The most populated country in Africa will be holding a presidential election in 2023. The build-up of the election has been generating a lot of traction on the backdrop of the current president, Mohammadu Buhari, not being able to solve many of the problems he was elected for. Some of the problems include mainly insecurity, corruption, and deteriorating economy. Many proven statistics have it that Buhari has performed way below average. With another election year approaching and a fresh hand coming in to take over, these are the main contestants, of which one of them will emerge president of Nigeria for a 4-year term. Question is, how qualified are they? First on the list is the new Nigeria People's Party's candidate, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso was born on October 21, 1956 into a Sunni Muslim Fulani family in Kwankwaso, a hamlet in Madobi. Kwankwaso's village chief was his father. Kaduna Polytechnic is where he earned both a national diploma and a higher national diploma after completing his education at the Kwankwaso Primary School, Gwazo Boarding Senior Primary School, and Woodhill Craft School. Kwankwaso was voted to the Kano State Student Association as a student leader throughout his high school years. His postgraduate degrees in the United Kingdom included Middlesex Polytechnic and Loughborough University of Technology, where he earned a master's degree in water engineering. Kano State Water Resources and Engineering Construction Agency of the Kano State Government hired Kwankwaso in 1975. During his time there, he held a variety of positions and eventually climbed to the position of Chief Water Engineer. Kwankwaso joined the Social Democratic Party in 1992. He was a member of the People's Front faction of the SDP led by General Shehu Yaradua and other prominent politicians, including his former boss, Senator Magaji Abdullahi, Babagana Kingibe, Atiku Abubakar, Bola Tinubu, Tony Anini, Chuba Okadibo, Abdullahi Aliyu Sumaila, Abubakar Koko, and Lamidi Adedibu. Kwankwaso was elected to the House of Representatives in 1992. His election as House Deputy Speaker elevated him to national prominence. Kwankwaso was one of Yaradua's People's Democratic Movement delegates from Kano in 1995. Later, he joined the DPN during General Sani Abacha's political change. Kwankwaso joined the PDP in 1998 under Malam Musa Gwadobe, Senator Amisu Musa, and Alhaji Abdullahi Aliyu Sumaila. Kwankwaso was Kano State Governor from 1999 to 2003. Malam Ibrahim Shekarau defeated him in 2003. Kwankwaso was re-elected Governor of Kano on May 29, 2011. His tenure ended May 29, 2015. During this time, he built roads, hospitals, schools, and sent people abroad to learn. Kwankwaso has donated 150 million naira in sports, clothing, and cash to Nigerian amateur football clubs. This is part of his endeavor to assist the growth and development of local sports in Nigeria, which gives young people worldwide chances. The foundation offered cash and food to widows, disabled persons, and orphans to reduce poverty in Nigeria, especially among women. Kwankwaso's supporters believe in his philanthropic antecedents and believe that he has the potential of being the hope of the common man in Nigeria. Because of his humanitarian activities, he has won the heart of many Nigerians, and there are rumors of the possibility of he and Peter Obi working together. However, in one of his interviews in Channels News, he said that cannot be possible as it will negatively affect the growth and eventual continuity of his party, NNPP. The next person would be examining is African Action Congress's candidate, Omoyele Sowore. Sowore is from Eseodo, a community in Ondo State of southwest Nigeria. Sowore went to the University of Lagos from 1989 to 1995 to study geography and planning. His schooling was extended by 2 years because he was kicked out twice for political reasons and student activism. From 1992 to 1994, he was president of the University of Lagos Student Union government. There, he worked to stop secret cults and fight corruption. Sowore went to Columbia University and got a master's degree in public administration. In 1989, he took part in student protests against the terms of a $120 million loan from the International Monetary Fund (IMF) for a Nigerian oil pipeline. One of the terms of the IMF loan was that Nigeria had to cut the number of universities from 28 to 5. In 1992, 5,100 students led by Sowore protested against the Nigerian government. As a result of the protest, the police opened fire and killed 7 of the protesters. Sowore was taken into custody and out. Omoyele also took part in the June 12, 1993 protest that called for a democratic government to take over from the military. This led to a number of arrests, detentions, and threats to the people's lives by government officials. Sowore was arrested on 3rd August 2019 ahead of a Revolution Now rally. Wole Soyinka, Obayo Sekwesili, and other campaigners criticized the federal government for the arrest. Later, he was charged with treason and insulting President Buhari. The Federal High Court in Abuja granted Sowore bail on September 24 with the condition that he return his passport within 48 hours. The DSS claims ignorance of the court order and won't release Sowore. Sowore's wife spearheaded rallies at the UN Plaza in New York over the DSS's reluctance to free him, sparking global outrage over Nigeria's failed democracy. Sowore's first public appearance since his incarceration was on September 29. He was confined in a gloomy chamber without sunshine. On 5th December 2019, the court released Sowore after he fulfilled his bail conditions. DSS operatives rearrested him at the next court session and released him on December 24, 2019. The Federal High Court, Abuja, ordered the Department of State Services (DSS) to compensate Omoyele Sowore 2 million naira for unlawfully seizing his phone in 2019 at the point of his arrest. Omoyele Sowore sued the Nigerian police force and 3 others in March 2022, claiming human rights violations. Sowore announced his candidacy for President of Nigeria in February 2018. He created the African Action Congress in August 2018 and ran in 2019. Omoyele Sowore won the AAC's presidential nomination in uncontested primaries on 6 October 2018. After visiting the Emir of Kano and Wole Soyinka in Nigeria, Sowore went on a fundraising tour of Australia, the US, and the UK. 10 November 2018 found him in Luton, England. On the first day of March 2022, he declared his intention to run again for the 2023 presidential elections. He laid emphasis on the creation of a new constitution for the country. Sowore made the announcement in Abuja that he would run a socialist government that would focus on the welfare of workers, free education, job creation, and pension reforms. He also said that if he wins the top job, one of his plans is to make a new constitution for the country and free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, 2 leaders of self-determination movements who are currently in jail. He's a leader who feels really confident in his vision of restructuring Nigeria. He has lots of supporters around the country, but majorly in the southeastern part of the country. He's a businessman and a journalist. He founded Sahara Reporters. Can Sowore make it to the seat of the #1 candidate in Nigeria? The next candidate is People's Democratic Party's candidate, Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar was Nigeria's 11th vice president from 1999 to 2007. In 2019, he ran for president of Nigeria under the People's Democratic Party but lost to Mohammadu Buhari of the APC. He was born in Jeddah, Adamawa State on 25th November 1946 to Garba Abubakar and Aisha Kande. In 1960, he attended Adamawa Regional Secondary School. In 1965, he graduated from the Nigerian Police College, Kaduna. After college, he became a tax official in the Regional Finance Ministry. In 1966, he entered Kano School of Hygiene and graduated in 1967. Atiku attended Ahmadu Bello University on scholarship the same year. After graduating in 1969, he joined Nigeria Customs Service. Atiku Abubakar worked for 20 years as a deputy director for Nigeria Customs Service. In 1989, he retired to pursue business and politics. Atiku launched a real estate business while being a custom officer. With 31,000 naira, he built and rented his first house in Yola. His first home's revenues went into his second. Atiku owns multiple Yola properties. In 1981, Atiku began farming. He bought 2,500 acres to grow maize and cotton. He closed in 1986. Atiku though began selling rice, flour, and sugar. Gabriel Volpi, an Italian businessman in Nigeria, invited Atiku to start a logistics company. Atiku was a Nigerian Customs Service employee. He was accused of conflict of interest because it's illegal for a civil servant to start a business. Atiku defended himself by saying he just held part of the company's stock and wasn't involved in day-to-day operations. Atiku was chosen to represent his constituency in Nigeria's Constituent Parliament in 1989. The People's Front's registration were denied, so they joined the Social Democratic Party. Atiku ran for Gongola governor in 1990 before the 1991 election. The federal government partitioned Gongola into Adamawa and Taraba states. Abubakar entered Adamawa. He won the SDP primary in November 1991 but was disqualified from running. In 1998, he won the People's Democratic Party governorship of Adamawa State. Before taking office, he agreed to be Olusegun Obasanjo's running mate. On May 29, 1999, Atiku became Nigeria's vice president. He launched the South Africa-Nigeria Binational Commission with Jacob Zuma. In 2006, he clashed with President Olusegun Obasanjo over his plan to change the constitution to run for a third term. This upset Atiku and hurt their relationship. Abubakar ran for Nigeria's presidency in 1992. He lost to MKO Abiola and Babagana Kingibe in the convention primaries. Action Congress nominated Atiku on December 20, 2006. INEC deleted Atiku's name from the final list of 24 presidential candidates for April 21. A government body identified him as corrupt in Nigeria, thus his name was omitted. Abubakar sued on March 16. The top court found in his favor and he might contest. Atiku came third after the election, behind Mohammadu Musa Kwankwaso and Mohammadu Buhari. Also, a 2011 presidential candidate under PDP, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, beat him in the primaries. Atiku announced his desire to run for president under the PDP in 2018 on October 7. He earned party's nomination. He beat other competitors with 1,532 votes and led Sokoto governors by 839. On February 27, 2019, he lost to Buhari. Atiku joined the APC on February 2, 2014 to run for president. He left the APC on November 24, 2017 for unknown reasons. He rejoined PDP in December 2017. Atiku founded an American-style university in Yola, 2005. In 2012, he donated $750,000 to the National Peace Corps Association to sponsor a new effort involving global leaders discussing Peace Corps impact. In 2011, he received the Harris Wofford Global Citizen Award from the National Peace Corps Association. In June 2017, Atiku was awarded a Waziri of Adamawa chieftaincy title, while his Turaki title was handed to Ali. All of Grace magazine named him a hero of democracy for promoting true federalism. Atiku has thousands of Twitter and Facebook followers. He officially declared his candidacy for presidency of Nigeria in 2023 on the platform of the opposition People's Democratic Party. The former VP pledged to give over power to a younger generation if elected. He plans to focus on Nigeria's unity, security, economy, education, and devolving more resources and authorities to federating units. Nigeria's unity hasn't been this threatened since the Civil War. Nigerians are losing hope in nationalism. I'm here to unify Nigeria, my fellow citizens. Will listen to all Nigerians' grieving voices. My presidency will create a new Nigeria where everyone is heard. I've never considered Nigerians divided. I see no difference amongst Nigerians. When I see you, I don't see Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Fulani, a northerner or a southerner. I see a Nigerian, and I want the best for you, he said. All Nigerians should be treated equally. Justice and fairness brings unity, he declared, and they lead with justice and fairness. Mr. Abubakar accused the ruling APC of neglecting to protect Nigerians' lives and property, which will be his top goals. In a statement, the APC failed to defend Nigerians' lives and properties. The APC administration has not defended the right to life. Our frontline troops lack supplies and morale. Unfair. If we win, we will improve security forces' welfare. We will fight insecurity with tech and knowledge. We will add security personnel. Security. National security is the first indicator of a functional government. Therefore, we can't blame those who risk it. A government that's threatened is to blame. If elected, he declared, he won't tolerate insecurity. He also promised to help rural agriculture. The supporters of the presidential aspirations of Atiku identify with the title articulated for his campaign and are strongly positive about his ability to change the sad reality of Nigeria today. Because he is a business tycoon who is well known and respected even in Africa and in the world at large, his supporters believe strongly in his ability to improve the economic state of Nigeria, and because he has married across the three main ethnic groups of Nigeria, others believe that he is not sentimental about religious or ethnic backgrounds, but will help Nigerians unify despite their diversity as a strong multi-ethnic and multi-religious entity. However, others who are not in support of the articulated movement believe that he has ulterior motives to wanting the seat of the number one candidate of the country, as he has been pursuing this since 1993. Others feel he is competent, but they will not want to be ruled by someone from the same religious background as the sitting president who has ruled for 8 years. Can Atiku bring Nigeria out of poverty? Should his religion deter him from being president despite his competence, as some Nigerians say? We leave you to decide. Next on the list is the All Progressive Congress candidate, Tinubu Asiwaju. Popularly known as Jagaban Bogo, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was born in Lagos in 1952. He attended St. John's Primary School, Aroloya, Lagos, and Children's Home School, Ibadan, Nigeria. Tinubu studied at Richard J. Daley College in Chicago, Illinois, and Chicago State University in 1975, getting an accounting degree in 1979. Bola Tinubu joined Mobil Oil, Nigeria in 1983 after returning to Nigeria. In 1992, he joined the Social Democratic Party's People's Front Group. He represented Lagos West in the Nigerian Third Republic's Senate. Tinubu became a founding member of the pro-democracy National Democratic Coalition after the June 12, 1993 presidential elections were nullified. The organization rallied support for the restoration of democracy and acceptance of Moshood Abiola as election victor. Following General Sani Abacha's seizure of power as military head of state, he went into exile in 1994 and returned in 1998, ushering in the Fourth Nigerian Republic. Bola Tinubu was Abraham Adesanya and Ayo Adebanjo's protege before the 1999 elections. He won the AD governorship primary in Lagos State, defeating Funsho Williams and Wahab Dosunmu. He ran for Lagos State Governor in 1999. Tinubu offered 10,000 homes for the underprivileged when he entered government in May 1999. During his 8-year administration, he invested substantially in education and returned some schools to their former owners. He began new road development to satisfy the state's rising population. Tinubu and Femi Pedro were re-elected in April 2003. All other southwest states went to the PDP. He contended with Olusegun Obasanjo-controlled federal government administration over Lagos State's authority to construct new local council development areas. The federal government seized local council funding owing to the events. During the later part of his rule, he clashed with the PDP leaders, including Adeseye Ogunlewe, a former Lagos State Senator and Minister of Works, and Bodejo, the Southwest PDP chairman. Tinubu and Femi Pedro's friendship worsened after Pedro announced his bid for governor. Pedro campaigned for governor in 2007 but withdrew the day before the selection of the party. He joined the Labour Party while still deputy governor. Babatunde Fashola of the Action Congress succeeded Tinubu as Lagos State Governor in May 29, 2007. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) cleared Tinubu and other governors of conspiracy, money laundering, abuse of power, and official corruption in January 2009. In September 2009, sources stated that the British Metropolitan Police were scrutinizing Lagos State's investments in Econet, now Airtel. Tinubu said the arrangement was simple, profitable, and featured no middlemen. The federal government declined Britain's plea to release evidence needed to prosecute 3 Nigerian governors in London. Tinubu is the godfather of Lagos. The Lion of Bodilon, a 2015 documentary showing Tinubu's political and financial grip on the city-state. Tinubu sued the producers, AIT, for libel, and documentary stopped airing on 6th March 2015. In December 2009, Fashola and Tinubu reportedly fell out over Fashola's re-election in 2011. With Tinubu backing Muiz Banire, a similar conflict in 2015 put Tinubu against Fashola's successor, Akinwumi Ambode, who later followed Fashola and was ejected by Tinubu, who replaced him with incumbent Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Tinubu convinced former President Atiku Abubakar to chair the Action Congress in 2006. Atiku, a PDP member at the same time, parted out with Olusegun Obasanjo over his ambition to become president. Tinubu gave Atiku the chance to join his party on the condition that he be his running partner. Atiku chose Southeast runner-up Ben Obi. Atiku ran on Tinubu's platform, but the PDP won in a landslide because Tinubu was wrong. Tinubu agreed to form a mega party after the PDP won the April 2007 elections. Tinubu created a mega opposition party by merging Nigeria's 3 largest opposition parties: the Action Congress of Nigeria, the Congress for Progressive Change, All Nigeria's People's Party, and a faction of All Progressive Grand Alliance, and the new PDP, a faction of the then ruling People's Democratic Party. Tinubu was Buhari's VP pick, but supported ally Yemi Osinbajo instead. Buhari's 2015 victory ended the PDP's 16-year reign and marked the first time an incumbent president lost to an opposition candidate in Nigeria's history. Tinubu backed government projects and kept party reign despite presidential aspirations. He backed Buhari's 2019 re-election against Atiku Abubakar. In 2020, an internal party conflict led to the removal of Tinubu's ally and party chairman Adams Oshiomhole, derailing his 2023 presidential prospects. Tinubu announced his candidacy on 10th January 2022. Tinubu won 2022's ruling party primary, thereby becoming the flag bearer of the ruling party, APC. As nature requires, people will always have diverse perspectives on others. Some people will do anything to stop Tinubu's campaign. Such organizations are prepared to make a case for his candidates using his track record. They are willing to work 24/7 for Jagaban. These folks will commemorate Tinubu's achievements to Nigeria's good government and democracy. They will remember his work as a democracy champion during the military era and as governor of Lagos State, Nigeria's commercial hub. They also want to be heard. Tinubu's political actions since he departed Lagos State Government House in 2007, especially his persistence as an opposition figure and his contributions to Muhammadu Buhari's election as APC presidential candidate in 2015. However, Tinubu's candidacy is opposed by others. These people dislike Tinubu. They dislike his political views and avoid him. Others call him the godfather and feel he wants to use his capacity as that to run the country. Others believe he will have trouble ruling the country because of age and health issues. Some other Nigerians are apathetic when you mention Tinubu's presidential ambition. People will always have an opinion on a personality. It's a fact of life. It's logical. No one can stop anyone from expressing their opinions about people, animals, places, or objects. As 2023 general election develops, ideas and views will change. Lots of his supporters believe in his managerial and business skills and believe so much in his ability to build the commercial industry of Nigeria the way he did that of Lagos. Also, his supporters believe he's not religiously biased as he has a Christian wife, while other Nigerians believe that it is nothing to be impressed about. Will Tinubu remove Nigeria from the situation it is now? Last but not the least is Peter Obi, the Labour Party's presidential candidate. Peter Obi was born in Onitsha in 1961. He graduated from Christ the King College, Onitsha. He graduated with a BA Hons in Philosophy from the University of Nigeria in 1984. Peter Obi completed the Chief Executive Program at Lagos Business School, 2 major programs at Harvard Business School, the London School of Economics, Columbia Business School, and the International Institute for Management Development. He attended Northwestern Kellogg School of Management, Oxford Said Business School, and Cambridge George Business School. Peter Obi was Nigeria's youngest bank head before running for Anambra governor in 2003. He owned many national and international blue-chip enterprises and enjoyed visiting Ivy League business institutions in Europe and North America. By age 40, Obi was a self-made billionaire dedicated to philanthropy and frugal living. Anambra elders, led by Professor ABC Nwosu, discovered this man's profile and enlisted him to save their state from cannibals. Obi, the underdog in the 2003 election, won, but the ruling PDP didn't like it. They rigged the election to make Chris Ngige governor. The stolen requirements was overturned on March 15, 2006, after nearly 3 years of litigation. 2 days following the ruling, Obi was sworn in. As governor, he prioritized human capital. He restored Asian missionary schools to the church and contributed over 10 billion naira to state schools, ensuring that all institutions, including those operated by religious organizations, were adequately supported and supervised by qualified and dedicated staff. When Regina Pass's school children in Onitsha won the Technovision competition, it was attributed to Obi's vision and investment in education. As governor, Obi swiftly paid all outstanding salaries, arrears, pensions, and gratuities. With his frugality, he gave every community in Anambra State an asphalt access road. Obi was impeached by state lawmakers in collusion with special interests for refusing to appropriate state monies to line the coffers of politicians. He was dubbed the Aradite governor to insinuate he was too frugal. The court reinstated him. In March 2014, when his term as governor ended, he left 75 billion naira in the state's coffers. His handover statement included all the bank details. Obi earned this day's 2009 Most Prudent Governor Award. Leading up to Nigeria's 2023 election, the old guard in the APC and PDP have ramped up their political activity. One battalion of the Obedient Army is gradually taking place of others' brigades as they create, deploy, and disperse. With no regard for human life or property, the army encroaches on the hallowed site of key political factions. They are adamant in their demands. Their plans to attack this region has been made clear, as have the rebellious geriatrics bent on choking Nigeria and buying election. The Obedient Army consists of unemployed, underemployed, frustrated Nigerian youngsters eager to take back their country from tyranny. This group isn't concerned about the candidate's ethnicity or worship day. They are impressed by Obi's record, demeanor, and ambition for a new Nigeria that offers opportunities to everyone. Workable Nigeria. Peter Obi has already earned the hearts of many young and old Nigerians. Taking away people's hope and aspiration for a better future is the greatest tool of captivity. Obi has given us hope in the midst of despair, the conviction that our condition would improve someday. He appears as the next and only hope of Nigerians to his supporters, but yet just another candidate to those who are not in support of his presidential ambitions. Yet he does not relent, and his supporters are seen across social media platforms rooting for him and defending him whenever he's called out. The Obedient group seems to have a very strong sense of loyalty and commitment that might transcend the 2023 elections, whether or not the champion of the group makes it in 2023 or not. However, those who are not in support of him believe strongly that he has no actual structure that they can enforce smooth running of the country if he becomes president. Others believe that his popularity and aspirations will only end on social media, as they feel the noise about him is just on social media. Will Obi scale through without structures? Does Obi's supporters have the tenacity to come out in their numbers to physically show up for their candidates? These and many other questions are hanging for Peter Obi and the other presidential candidates. How well will they be able to solve the problems of Nigeria, and how much of a support will they get from their supporters? The election is up ahead. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to leave your comments, like the video, and of course share with your network. Thank you. See you in the next video.